50. Hello, citizens of 2050. Carbon levels are at all-time high.
Polar caps are almost completely melted. Our world will soon be swallowed whole by the hand of our own technology. This is mainly due to the carbon tax being denied many years ago. So, this carbon tax, Dan, what is it?
The point of the carbon tax was to raise the price of fossil fuels to the extent that Americans would eventually stop emitting excess amounts of CO2.
That makes more sense.
And now we'll get into a field report from Billy.
Thanks, Dan. Now, the CO2 levels are so high that actually the water is being polluted to a point that it is actually black sludge. And due to the rising water levels, due to global warming, that the water is now rising out of the ground and is now becoming a black sludge and oozing out of the ground. Yes, this is very disgusting. Yes, this is why we needed the carbon tax many years ago. And you can see that it's also very windy out here, Dan. This is due to the rapid temperature change, and snowfall and other precipitation is very hard to predict due to the rapid temperature change. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Billy. Now to you, Dan, with global warming.
For all those morons out there who still don't know what global warming is, which is causing all our problems with our atmosphere and our waters, it is the gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increased levels of carbon dioxide. What causes carbon dioxide, you might ask, or the greenhouse effect? The release of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere causes our planets to heat up, which is our problem, which is global warming. Some might ask, what causes global warming to occur? The release of carbon dioxide into our atmosphere causes the planet to heat up, but carbon is also very necessary for us to survive as humans. Because if carbon didn't exist, our planet would not be hot enough to sustain life. Here at CNN News, we personally feel that the carbon tax should have been in play today, 35 years ago.
Yeah, if I was a citizen of the U.S. back then, I definitely would have voted for this carbon tax. And I think it would have made a better future for our country. You know, less carbon dioxide output. And, just keep it more to the natural level. To keep it
Yeah, just
stabilized.
just overall.
Although it is necessary for
Survival, of course, but
Yeah,
too much of a good thing is almost always a bad thing.
Yeah.
This excess amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere means more greenhouse gases that form heat in our atmosphere, thus overheating our planet and melting polar ice caps, in turn flooding our oceans and wiping out life as we know it. We did manage to survive from all the flooding due to the melting of the ice caps. We would eventually get poisoned by smog clouds that were created by the carbon. Now for the roll call.
Shout out to Beverly, Massachusetts, where the Cougars are watching at Briscoe Middle School.